decided to rant. So we have a typical group here, and I obviously played on it. You've got two toolboxes. They'll be taking off hooks. You got a flashlight. They'll be shining me in the eyes all the time, and a first aid kit. I really probably need to find another game to play because this gets bad. Games usually turn out pretty good when they first come out, and then you get hackers and you get, you know, this one seems as though the makers continuously, I don't know, alter it a little bit to help favor survivors to the point where it's just kind of ridiculous. I mean, how many decisive hits can you get from one person when you're trying to get them to a hook? Hooks seem to be further apart. You know, when you have a group of people this together, and every time they make it so a delay for me picking up the person to get into the hook, but they don't just let you pick them up. They pick you up. You can't control it, and it picks up slowly, and then you always look straight ahead. And this is basically to give the survivor, one of the survivors with the flashlight, plenty of time to get in front of you to shine the light in your eye. And when that happens, of course, you drop the person. And it's such a long delay after getting the light shining in your face that they're long gone before you recover. You know, it's just over and over, things like that. Now, right now, I have some perks here that I can get myself to tier 3 evil by stalking, pressing the L2 button. If I can keep them in my line of sight, I just heard somebody, long enough, I'll eventually reach 2 and then 3. Of course, keeping in rhythm with what they do for most of the killer's perks is that they're not just going to give you something. Like to do survivors. Oh, if you use this, then this is extra. It's always a give and take situation with them. Okay. So I got this, but now I can't stalk him anymore, really, because he's turned red. So I can only get so much evil from one person, and then you gotta switch and start stalking someone else. See, another delay thing that they put into the game to help the killers. Now he is just memorized. He's just going from pallet to pallet. You know, sure, pellets need to be there, but sometimes. And this one I don't think is that bad, maybe. But there's plenty of pallets in most of these. Some worse than others. Now he just sits there, and the reason he's just sitting there not doing anything is because he'll be on there. And if I just sat there and no one rescued him, he would hang there for probably 80% of the time for them to get everything else done. I'm assuming that is to prevent people from camping. But as soon as you go, see, he's rescued. And they're... Hey. What the heck happened there? Hey! You know, and I would have hit that guy if it would have allowed me to. But again, another little extra to help the survivors. You're not going to allow me to swing twice in any amount of short period of time. I get one swing and that's it. I guess is they'll have more and more survivors going longer and longer. And you'll have less and less people wanting to be killers. Actually shocked. Oh, there he goes. I was going to say I was shocked that he hasn't been rescued yet. Now this would be considered bad if I'm what they call tunneling, trying to pick him, but dang it, you know what? It's a lot easier to manage this game if you only have 3 people trying to get things. And they only have 1 more generator left. So why do they need him anyway? Yeah. But this is what I'm saying. There's already 1 generator left. They still have 3 people on there. You can say, oh, you're not supposed to tunneling, which is supposed to be that you just keep going after 1 person. Truth is, if there's somebody easier to catch, I would have, and I want to get that guy out of the game. Why? Because I don't want 4 people in here making generators because it's harder to manage. So, kill them off. It's my job, right? As a killer. See, and another delay to help him get way far away from me. Which, I understand this. I do. I really do understand that you kind of need to do something like that. You know, I think about this group too, is they're not that good. You get a good group in here, and okay, now hook. You come get her later. Hopefully. Now, hopefully I'll get 4 skulls, but let's face it. It's pretty rough. This person freed themselves, so not going to give you 4 kills, by God. Now, it may seem like, oh, well, you kicked butt, man, you got all these kills. True, but, again, we're going to probably find that this is an experienced group. Experienced group would have went and ruined all my totems, meaning that 1 hit strike, I wouldn't have it. Because they would have ruined it for me. Yeah, see, these not real high up. I don't know why I'm at 17 still, but it's fine with me, because maybe they put me against less experienced people. I'm cool with that. Leave that up there. And you'll see if I get an experienced crew in there, that'll make me look ridiculous. He's mine. Toolbox. Already don't like her. Do you get your flashlight or what? Someone? Flashlight? Anybody? Oh, another toolbox. Is she going with? Okay. I don't care, because you're going to die. Another ready. Don't get me wrong, I understand survivors need at least some sort of a chance to be able to escape, right? But it just seems like they get more and more skewed towards survivors. And I mean, we already have to hit each person twice in order to get them onto the hook one time. Once you get them hooked, they're either going to escape on their own or someone can rescue them. Even if you stood there underneath it, you cannot stop people from unhooking them. And you can't sit there and knock everybody down unless you had one hit strike. But they could still get them down. You could strike, sure, you spawn, but it won't knock them to the ground even though they're directly off the hook. And they have time to run off. And since you just got stunned because you swung, they get time to get away from you. I can kind of see that to some degree, but I just don't understand why people get upset if you're camping and do that. I try not to because you get more points not camping, which is odd, but it's okay. But if you have a group of people who a lot of times instead of going after the generators, they go after your totems first thing, and they just take your powers away. Now eventually you have a huge cry out if I could go and, I don't know, break totems of survivors where they can't hear me coming anymore, or their flashlights stop working because I broke a flashlight totem or something. People be ticked off. Hey, that's my perk. Well, kind of seemed like the same thing to me coming from a killer standpoint. Odds are pretty high I'm not going to catch this guy anyway. The first thing I try to do is get myself so I am level 2 at least. But you have to be able to stalk people for a certain amount of time, and you can't really do it with this one very well. I mean, you can, but it's tough. Oh yeah, these little slashes. When I get to those totems, kiss that goodbye. You can't follow them either. See, I heard this totem break. So I finally got to a level 2. Even though I hit her, of course it doesn't do a whole lot of good. Oh, I could hear somebody working on that. Must be downstairs. See, level 3, yes, I get that perk where it'll stay there once I get it. But, like I say, as with most perks for killer, there's a give and take. You don't just get that. It means it takes me a lot of stalking in order to get to that level. So, a lot of chasing and stuff where I could probably... Which of course takes time, and when you have to take time, people are, you know, you have a decent person who's able to repair generators well, then I saw scratches. I don't think those are. I guess we could check these out. Never know. Never know. Mm-hmm. Oh. Oops. So lost her. It would help if you didn't get lost, you know. I was hoping to get more. Really? But if you saw that, people usually don't hide those anymore unless they're setting you up, because now they have a new thing. Where they burst out of them and they can hurt you that way as well. So. And we got a group here that only has 2 more generators, and I cannot get enough stock in to get to level 3. So. You think I'd be excited about it? I'm not. Just not. Did you hear that? You're not special. She'll hang there for, I don't know, seems like 30 minutes, but forever. Plenty of time for someone to mosey on down here eventually and rescue her. Okay. And she's already been rescued. No. And oh yeah, you see in the bottom there I got 3 people, 1 hooked and 2 injured. I need to say right here so she doesn't get off the hook, so they can call that camping if they want, but... See? That should happen right away. It doesn't, but it should. You know, and this is why people camp, because you almost have to. They've made it so difficult to get people. And she got off. Wow. One of these eventually. Oh no, that was quicker. But that was her 3rd time on the hook too. So, I mean. And that dumb play isn't going to help me. Oh, you pushed me back and then hit the pedal. I don't remember Michael Myers being such a wimp. That's what Jamie Lee Curtis should have just done. She just pushed him around, knocked him down, bullied him. Well, finally, how long into this game here, I finally managed to get level 3 evil, which should stay there now. Allows me the benefit of being able to hit guys with 1 strike and knock them down. Which helps tremendously when you're going. I mean, it just does. Which this is all coming from a killer's point of view. Sure, I thought some scratching over there, but pretty sure I saw some over here. There. Yeah, she's waving me on here. What's the deal? Alright, are you happy now? Well, it's a big thrill being stabbed by Michael Myers. Oh. She might be dead now. To sacrifice herself. That was honorable, but stupid. And where did these two go? I have no clue. Wait, I heard somebody. Oh. There's Hopalong. Come here. You know you want it. No. I really wanted to get the other guy first. I put her up, she's gonna die, and that's gonna open up the gate, and he probably knows where it's at. Yeah, he found the secret. I knew that was gonna happen. It's alright. I don't think 13 should deserve 28,000 points. That's just me.